All right, so yesterday, $700 plus of new monthly recurring revenue created specifically through content. One of the things I'm having success with right now is a YouTube channel that I just started. One of the videos has like almost 9,000 views right now. And then in total with all the other videos that I've posted, and I'm posting a few a day, we're up to like 16,000 views. Which is like nothing in the grand scheme of things, but it's also been driving traffic and contributed to that $700 in revenue yesterday, or in monthly recurring revenue yesterday. So YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram are the platforms that I'm posting on and really leaning into the content production with. One thing I wanted to touch on was this concept that came up the other day in the group about like personal brand versus sort of like these tools and concepts. It's interesting because on this channel, I see how if I just posted super viral type content in terms of like YouTube shorts, then the shorts would bring a lot of people in. Like I could almost post whatever I wanted in YouTube shorts as long as it like was sort of viral oriented. And if I just posted mad shorts on this YouTube channel, then people would watch the shorts and then they would come in and they would see my yapping videos. So you could play it like that, especially on YouTube, actually only on YouTube really, because they have the shorts and the long form and they're two different things. And so you can just like pump shorts in order to drive attention to whatever your like core message is, right? And I want you to think about this too. You know, I've talked about how the command traffic's not really like a personal brand and how I fucked up that account a lot and how it's taught me all this stuff. But at the end of the day, what's one of the biggest opportunities that the command traffic account has given me? Well, if I go on my stories and I say, hey guys, I started a new account, my personal brand or whatever, right? I would probably get a shit ton of people that come over to that, right? So I've created an account that reaches a bunch of people, and there's a small percentage of me within that account, but it also gives me command of traffic, right? Because I can say, hey, go here, go there, go here, go there. That's why I make money off of subscriptions, because I say, hey, go here, go there, right? So it's a really powerful asset, even though it's not like super tied into my personal brand, or, you know, it's not really a personal brand, but I created an asset that allows me to drive traffic to whatever I want. And that could be driving more attention to a personal brand where there's a different connection, right? So like at the end of the day, there's really no downside to building an audience, no matter how the fuck you do it. Okay. That's why I keep talking about the content, because like it gives you so many opportunities. I can't tell you how many people have reached out to me wanting to work with me too, but I don't want to do client work. So I turned it all down. But there's just mad people who have reached out to me for promotions. I turn down promotions all the time. Client work, partnerships, you know. I'm too focused in my lane right now to be like distracted by all that, but that's what creating content does, is it brings a shit ton of opportunities. And then you get to weed out the opportunities and pick what opportunities you really want to work on. So don't sleep on the content thing, for sure. Start trying it, start getting involved, and ask me questions if you want about creating content for this specific purpose, because it's an extremely powerful, you know, asset to have sort of like a fan base, or at least a account that reaches a lot of people. And I haven't even leveraged command traffic to seed my other accounts with eyeballs or followers or traffic in any regard, because I want to build them from scratch. And I'm not even like liking and following and unfollowing anybody on any other accounts. I'm just creating content and relying on the content to do the work for me. I always like to make things harder for myself, I guess, but you know, it's working. It's working. So now I have command traffic. I've 5 different accounts, and on Instagram, 2 on TikTok, and 3 on YouTube. And I need to get all those cranking a little bit better. But dude, now my content's in place. Oh, one thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start sharing my scripts with you guys so that you can just read your scripts and put a background over it, you know, background footage over it, and like just duplicate my processes. But I want to like flush that thing out first. Anyways, that's the content update. And then who's working BuildWithOS? Who's out here doing it? I want to know. And fucking post any questions or comments or like whatever. Like, I'm here. I make videos every single day, trying to address problems and concerns and stuff like that, or just help you guys out. So hit me up, dude. Use me. Drop it down here. Hope you guys are having a good day.